TV.
Hello everybody and welcome to the side LP that was originally going to be something else, but I decided, hey, this game exists, I have it on the system that I have it on, so I'm gonna do it! Nights in the Dreams for the Sega Saturn. It's the PC version, released on Steam, late last year. And yeah, it comes with a whole bunch of stuff. It comes with brand new Dreams, which is an updated version of the original Nights in the Dreams with new graphics and updated models and all that stuff. The Sega Saturn Dreams, which is almost like the Sega Saturn version with the fact that the models don't clip with themselves as much as they used to, and it's a bit more... It's basically a cleaned up version of the Saturn version, and then there's Christmas Dreams, which I'm not gonna do in this version of the game because it's not the true Christmas Dreams. And even though it's gonna be tougher to find the actual Christmas Dreams, it's probably gonna be worth it. It's also gonna be a bonus episode. So how am I gonna handle this LP, you may ask? Well, yeah, there's two different versions of the game. I kinda want to show them both off, so how am I gonna do it? Well, I'm going to do the Sega Saturn version with Elliot, who is the male main character of the game, and I'm going to handle the HD version with Claris. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to show off the ending levels, which is twin seeds for both of them, before I handle like the other character completely. Like, I'm going to handle Elliot's twin seeds before I handle Claris's, or whatever. That's going to be decided by the end of part 3, hopefully by you guys. But yeah. So let's get started with Elliot, but first, a cutscene. So what are we supposed to take from that? That Elliot sucks at basketball? Because he clearly doesn't. Well, no, it's that he gets bullied on, but why does he get bullied on? He's pretty good at why did he tear up his basketball? Oh, screw it. Okay, let's get into the gameplay, shall we? Nights, how do we describe it? Well, I think one of the burly men during the SGB likes to play run-through of this game said it best. It's basically like a time attack in a racing game. You have about 2 minutes, I think that's the time limit, to collect enough blue orbs and then break the nightmare cage, or whatever it's called. Also, that's the awaker. That's the awaker. It's a giant clock that's hidden in an egg. Yeah, I don't get it either. Don't let it get you, otherwise it's game over. If you didn't figure that out, yeah. So it just chases after you. It's pretty weird. But yeah, basic mechanic of the game is Knight's here, who's not a male nor a female, but an androgynous int. Is, yeah, you fly around as it. I'll just call it Knights from now on, because, yeah, we're not going to have that gender debate today, no sir. You basically fly around as Knights here, collecting stars and blue orbs. And you might have noticed that there's the link meter down there. In order to get a higher link combo, you have to collect blue orbs, stars, and go through rings fast. And I do mean fast. How do you do that, you may ask? Well, you got the little dash here, and that's how you do it. You dash through the rings. And the faster you dash through the rings, the more you'll keep up your link combo, and then you gain a lot of points, just like that. So yeah, how many orbs do you need to break the nightmare cages, you may ask? Well, you need 20. 20 blue orbs. And once you have 20, break it. That bonus time is activated. Bonus time, basically, it's double points for everything. So, yeah, as you can see up there, now the stars are worth a lot more than they were before, and combos also net you a lot more. So the trick is that you can touch this gate here, but don't. Because if you can go over it, you can net yourself a lot more bonus points. See, there's a time bonus for breaking the cage quickly, but the other bonuses involve scores. So, like, going to the checkpoint thing there after you get your idia, which is what those things are. I'll go over that in the next part or so, what all that means. Yeah, once you go through that checkpoint, you basically get tallied depending on what your score is, and well, it's ranking. It's from A through F, I believe. You'll be ranked on that. So how do you win is basically going over that checkpoint and then going through the section of the level repeatedly. Because every time you go over that gate, all the like the items and stuff, they reappear. All the orbs, all the rings. I think all the enemies, I'm not entirely sure on that, but all the orbs and the rings and the stars for sure. Not the gate though, because that would be dumb. So yeah, you basically do that a bunch of times, and yeah, you win. It's actually pretty easy to get A ranks in this game if you go over the gates all the time. But you also gotta be careful, because once you get close to the end of the time limit, you might want to get to that gate fast, because if you don't, you'll lose everything. As in, all the score you've accumulated over the course, all orbs, everything, which sucks. And you'll get an instant F rank. I think you game over if you fail to not break the cage and run out of time. But if you break the cage and then you run out of time, you'll just get an F rank because you still have your idiot, which is a good thing. It's a very good thing, because otherwise that would kind of suck. Just a little bit. Now, I'm talking a lot here, but that's because I'm trying to explain things. Because, let's face it, when I did Knight's Journey of Dreams, which is the Nintendo Wii sequel, I didn't really know what the fuck was going on, and I don't think I explained it all that well. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, it's been a while. Like, how long has it been since? 2 years? About 2 years. More than 2 years. But yeah. The difference between, how you're scored in this and Journey of Dreams is that in Journey of Dreams you weren't allowed to go over the gates. You had to get the Goodle, get his key, get as much point stuff as you can before you get to the gate. And when you get to the gate, you're tallied on score and time, which add up to the bonus. So it's a bit harder to get A ranks in that than it is in this. At least I think so, because, well, I haven't played Knight's Dreams in a while. At least not completely through, so I wouldn't know if it's any easier or harder than this. Well, of course it's harder than this, but I'm not sure how much harder, really. But yeah, 20 orbs breaks the cage and then bonus time. Lots of points. In fact, it's advised that in each stage you go through that first section is the one where you'll most likely get the most points. If you go over the checkpoint gate thing. I'm pretty sure that in order to get an A rank in a level, you have to get 120,000 points. Well, that's for the majority of the levels anyway. I think there are a few exceptions. Okay, now this. This is a trick loop. You go through that, and you have about 10 seconds, I think. 7, 5. basically, you can pull off tricks using the trigger buttons for the 360 controller. I'm not sure about the Saturn controls. Like, if you're actually playing on a Sega Saturn and you have that version, which I'd be surprised if you do. Well, I don't know, it's not entirely impossible. In fact, it's very likely that, well, when I go to Con Brava this weekend, I might pick up a Sega Saturn, and if I could find it, hopefully the Christmas Night sampler, which is what I plan to do instead of the one included in this version of the game, because, yeah, this version of the game's Christmas Nights is just the Christmas bit. There's actually a lot more than just the Christmas bits, if you can believe it. At least for the Europe and Japan version of the game. I'm not sure if the US sampler has all those funkadelic features or not. But yeah, getting bonus time and using that trick loop, you get quite a number of points. And if you, I think it's 11 tricks. Oh, get through the gate, get through the gate. Oh my, oh, that was close. If you manage to get, I think, 11 tricks performed, 12, I think, one of those numbers, you'll get the maximum rank for streaming. If you do that, you get an achievement in this version of the game. I'm saying a lot of words, aren't I? Yes, I am. By the way, this is post-commentary, can you tell? Yes, it's post-commentary. The reason being is that, yeah, I'm kind of recording this. Well, the audio for this is being recorded, well, for this first part anyway, it's being recorded on Wednesday, July 24th. Is it 24th? That was my watch preview. 24th, yes. I am professional, believe me. Yeah, and then I recorded the footage yesterday, so yeah, I was kind of in a rush. I might show off, like, for the stages, I know I'm doing Elliot's stages in the Saturn version, and then Claris's in the HD version. When I get the Sega Saturn, well, later down the road I might show off their stages in the opposite version. So I'll show off Elliot's in the HD version and Claris's in the normal version, in case you wanted to see them. Right? I don't know if that goes. It's there, providing the option. You can say no if you don't want it. I do plan on doing the Saturn version of Christmas Nights, though, because I want to. I don't know. Might do just this HD version if I can't find it at Con Brava, but, you know, options. So I decided to risk it one last time to see if I can go through the gate, and I'm like, oh, yeah, if you hit a Nightmaren, which is what those guys are, and those are the assholes that stole your media, or Elliot's media, yeah, you'll lose 5 seconds, in addition to, like, the 3 seconds of recovery animation you have to go through. So 8 seconds, kinda not worth it to run into those guys. Anyway, first boss. This thing, I believe its name is Puffy. And yes, those are breasts, and they are quite, voluptuous. No, that's describing the figure in general. Anyway, yeah, you might recognize this boss from, well, not this boss, but I mean, it's, spiritual successor, if you will, in Knight's Journey of Dreams, known as Donbalon, who is a pain in the ass. Puffy here is not as much of a pain in the ass. In fact, she's a lot easier to deal with than Donbalon. A lot easier, mostly because you had well, it's basically a corridor you gotta go through here. And she's gonna die in a second. Boom! She's dead now. Actually, wait, she's not dead yet. Give her a couple seconds. And now she's dead. She exploded. Yep, that's how that works. Yeah, so that was the first stage of Elliot's story, which is Splash Garden. Well, I wouldn't say story, it's more like Elliot's levels. Yes. So with that said... Recognize this song is from Sonic Adventure, but I think it came from this game first. It's... yes. Anyway. So next time in Let's Play Nights into Dreams, we're going to be continuing Elliot Edward's second stage with Frozen Bells. So until then, see you later, and goodbye.